Hi guys, so I wanted to make a really quick video because a lot of you were asking specific questions about my divorce, and so many of you are asking the same questions that I'm kind of responding in the comment section that I'll make a video addressing it. And I've gotten so many questions that I almost thought about creating almost like a series of videos specific to my divorce and any questions that you guys may have pertaining to that. And I came up with a very clever name. There's an HBO show called, there's a tiny little spider in my car. I hate spiders. There was an HBO show that was released, I believe, last year in 2017, and it was called A Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. And I was going through the process and I absolutely loved it. It was almost like comedy. It was just so good and I absolutely loved it. I loved the actresses that were in the show and it was just amazing. And if you haven't seen it, check it out because it's really good. And I think they're going to do a season 2, hopefully. But I thought a good name would be Adriana's Guide to Divorce and answer all your questions within that series of videos. So obviously, if I don't get enough questions, then I'll just do a few videos and that would be it. But again, I've received so many specific questions about my divorce that I thought it would be a good idea. So if you have any specific questions, leave them down below. But today I'm going to be addressing specifically, I got 2 comments from a particular person just asking me how long it took me to find my boyfriend after I was separated or divorced. And another person asked, I think they just saw my video kind of out of place. They didn't necessarily follow or watch all my videos. So they asked, did you leave your husband for your boyfriend? So I guess in this video, I'm going to be addressing the time frame and kind of help somebody that is kind of going through the process as well. I don't know if you can hear the AC too much, but basically as you guys know, I separated with my husband because he cheated on me. And the day that I caught him in action was back in January of 2015. We are now in July of 2018. I had to think about that because I don't know why I was going to say August, but July of 2018. And to answer the first question, I met my boyfriend. Well, when did I meet him? I guess essentially I met my boyfriend maybe a year and 10 months ago, something like that. We met on a dating app called Bumble, and we essentially talked for a few months on the app, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 2-3 months on the app before we actually went out on our first date. And we went out on our first date January 4th or 5th of 2017. So I started, I guess, dating, and it wouldn't even be dating because we went on one date and then we didn't really talk for about 2-3 months, and then we started dating again. And then that was like our, I guess, our official date of when we actually started dating was March 8th or 9th of 2017. So essentially it was about, I guess, a year or 2 years after, a little over 2 years after I caught my husband cheating. And obviously that wasn't the day we got divorced. We got divorced maybe early 2016. So no, I did not leave my husband because of my boyfriend. I actually didn't know my boyfriend until years after I got separated or divorced from my husband. So that answers that question off the bat. And then for, I believe her YouTube channel name is something Dark Place, I think. I think she's kind of going through the same thing. So my advice to you, I know you mentioned that you are separated but not divorced, and it's been a year and a half and just none of you have filed and you don't really understand why. I would just go ahead and do it. I know you're in a little bit of a situation where both of you are not in the same place. I don't know if state or country, but I would just do it because let's say that you do meet somebody 6 months from now it's just an awkward situation to say, yeah, I'm officially still married, but I've been separated for 2 years. So I know you're not in a rush right now, but I would just go ahead and file the paperwork, even, you know, not having a significant other, and really just to get over that. You know that you're gonna eventually file for divorce. Why not doing sooner better than later? And don't wait for him to file yourself. Just do it quickly and get it over with. Kind of rip off the band-aid, because my paperwork, I didn't get a divorce. A divorce lawyer. I did all the paperwork myself. I essentially just left during a lunch break from work, went to the courthouse, got the application, filed the application, or filled out the application, turned it in. Then you have to wait 2 weeks and submit the papers to be filed. And it essentially took maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months to finalize the divorce. And we had a final court date. And I followed up a few times because they weren't sending me the date, and they actually possibly mailed the letter with the date to me, and it was just lost. I don't know if maybe Jamie had it, which was my ex-husband, or I don't know what happened, but I never got the date. So I kept calling the court every single day, and finally I got the date, and we showed up to court. We finalized, and that was it. So it's essentially not a difficult process. You kind of just have to do it. You know, don't, you know, put it off for another day. Don't be lazy. Just do it and get it over with. And I think those were the only 2 main questions that I wanted to address in today's video. But again, I can go into detail. I can answer all the questions. I don't really have reservations or anything that I want to hold back from you guys, but I just really don't know what you guys are interested in knowing, or what would be helpful to kind of talk about. Again, I think during that time frame, during, I guess, the 2 years before I met my current boyfriend, I went through a phase where I just wanted nothing. I just wanted to be single and just, you know, live my life without any distractions or any partner, or I just wanted to be single. And then after a while, I was ready. I knew I was ready, and I started dating, and I used Bumble. I used Match as well, and I just had a really bad experience. I didn't think it was a good site. I got tons and tons of messages. I couldn't keep up kind of filtering what was real messages and what were, you know, I got a lot of like 6-year-olds messaging me, and I had an age requirement. I mean, it was just an awful experience. I tried a few other apps, but the best one that worked for me was Bumble. I know now there's like 10 other apps that I haven't even heard of that are essentially similar to Bumble. But for me, Bumble was amazing. It had really good quality candidates. And I say candidates, kind of sounds funny, but there were good potential people, and I went on a few dates with people that I enjoyed my time. There were really good candidates, but I just didn't have that chemistry, and it wasn't something that I can pursue long term, and I knew that, so it kind of just fizzled out. But again, I had really great dates. I had really bad dates, and I can share that with you guys as well. Just bad horror stories, or I actually dated somebody that I went to high school with, and I thought that was fun, and just that didn't end well either. I mean, it didn't really end bad, but it wasn't something that there was chemistry. I also dated a friend, and I thought initially that was a great idea, and it was a terrible idea. So I mean, I can go into specifics, but I just really don't know what you guys want to know. And again, I want this to be just helpful, and you know, helpful for anyone that is currently going through the similar situation, or is thinking about, you know, getting a divorce, and you've never been in the situation. Because essentially, I got married when I was 21 years old. We were married for 9 years. So I had never dated, because when I met my ex, I was in college, and I met him in college, and we didn't really date. We just got into a relationship, and we never really had that, oh, let's go to this concert, and let's go here, and let's go there. I mean, we went out with friends, but it wasn't essentially that dating stage. So I was complete rookie, and I was very nervous. But you just got to put yourself out there. And now I honestly met my soulmate. I didn't really believe in that before, but he is like perfect for me and for my girls, and we're just identical in so many ways and different in so many others, and it's I am so happy right now that all that nervousness and me being scared and all the reservations I had about dating apps and going on dates, it paid off because I definitely met somebody that was worthwhile. So again, if you have any questions, leave them down below or message me directly. Also message me on Instagram. That's the easiest way that I can respond because I actually get notifications. My Instagram name is Adriana's Corner, same as YouTube. And let me know if you guys want me to do a series, or if you think there's not enough questions or you're not really that interested. Let me know, but I think it's a good idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye guys.